And so, with a quarter of the season already gone, today we want to consolidate our good start to the season and progress in the FA Cup. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games for you in the FA Cup third qualifying round against Baisingstoke Town. And then we play the bottom side, Slough Town. Never going to be easy, so don't count it as being a foregone conclusion at this stage of the proceedings in the Vanarama National League South Match Day 12. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this series so far, what you'd like to see me do in future saves, etc, etc. And also, for if you want to keep up to date what's going on in this channel, the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Since you were last with us, we have played one game, and that one game was against Wealdstone. They were 11th in the table. Thought we might get a decent result against them, really, but unfortunately it ended up being a 0-0 draw. A bit of a dour affair, really. They had 12 shots, 4 on target, 0.77 on the XG, 48% of the possession. We had 11 shots, 4 on target, 1.46 on the XG, 52% of the possession. Just really couldn't put our chances away, is pretty much where we are going with that. Dante Baptiste kept us out. He had a player of the match award for that, and he did very, very well in goal. It was just going to be one of those days. We weren't firing on all cylinders for sure, and I don't know, just couldn't seem to find that that fine thing. Cameron Cooper not hit. It's just not really on form. Although he did have 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance created. Just didn't seem to be doing the business as it was. So that's how we ended up that game. So the table looks something like this as it currently stands. We luckily, Dartford drew as well. Otherwise, they would have closed the gap on us. They drew, which means that we remain with that 4-point gap that I think we had at the end of the last episode. Bath City have caught Dartford now by the fact that they drew that last. So they've had a bit of a poor run just recently. They've drawn 2 and lost 1. So they're 3 without a win. So they might be just going off the boil slightly before we play them, possibly. As I say, Bath City catching them up on 24 points. Then it's a 3-point drop to Maidstone United and Southend on 21. Hemel Hempstead Town on 20. Eastbourne Borough on 19, but then so are Worthing and Braintree. They're just Eastbourne Borough ahead of them on goal difference. So we're 9 points clear of that last place in the playoffs as it currently stands. 4 points clear of Dartford in second. We just need to open that gap up a little bit more. And as I said, there is an opportunity today, but we won't count our chickens, because Slough Town are our opponents today, 24th. They haven't won a game. In fact, they're in, as it currently stands, in probably more than a worse position than when we took over Weymouth last season. They've picked up just 1 point, a draw against Worthing, a 1-1 draw, and currently smack on the bottom there, and got some way to go to get out of it. Would like to think that we could do something today, but as I said, never count our chickens, because these things have got a way of coming and biting you on the proverbial. Right, without any more to do, don't think there's a great deal else to tell you. Nothing happening transfer-wise. Archie Harris is the last in, Georges the last out. We do have a little bit of wage budget. We are keeping our eyes peeled just in case somebody comes along that might just do a job for us somebody earning around about £500 a month, somewhere around the £500 a month mark. A week mark, which will just take us edges up on that budget to fulfill our wage budget. But obviously at the moment, we need to keep things reasonably tight if we can. So first up, Baisingstoke Town. They knocked out in the first, not the first, but in the second qualifying round. They knocked Bracknell out by 2-1. Bradley Wilson, the scorer on both those occasions. We'll have a look in a minute to see if he is playing today. Of course, our first game in the FA Cup, the second qualifying round, a 7-0 win against Chatham on that occasion. And we do have a pretty much a full team to pick from today, as do Baisingstoke Town. So without any more to do, let's go and have a look at the team that will face Baisingstoke Town in the FA Cup third qualifying round. And the team that faces Basingstoke in this FA Cup match, Kelly is in goal. Harris, Hamlin, Spurway and Howell make our defensive line. Slade, Solanke and Knight in central midfield. Vice is behind Melvin Lambert and Cooper up front. Nick, Zach, Ryan, Prescott, Rowan, Petit, Evans and Goodship make up the bench. And here we are at the Bob Lucas Stadium. 1-4 drawn the other match. The match against Wealdstone. Basingstoke playing a 4-3-3 today with 2 wide players and a defensive midfielder. And 2 minutes in, a goal kick from Basingstoke, playing in all white today. Usually playing yellow, I think. Hamlin, that long ball forward, but it's too far forward. And the goalkeeper will have another opportunity to launch one. Spur away, heading that down. Slade tidying up. Hamlin, again, too far forward. He needs to get his act together as far as that's concerned. Knight cuts that one out in midfield. Vice to Cooper. Cooper, Solanke, Vice, back to Cooper. Cooper hasn't scored for a while. He has today. 8th goal of the season. And on 3 minutes, we're a goal to the good. And it was a bit edgy for a minute. Wasn't too sure how that was going to happen. But that ball won by Knight in midfield definitely made the difference. And Cooper just composed himself, put it away nicely. A highlight from kickoff, Bradley Wilson, who scored in the game against Bromley or Barnet. I can't remember who it was now that they played. Oh, and Vice gets a boot in there, steals the ball. Melvin Lambert, who's come deep. Hamlin has Spurway to his right. Solanke in midfield. Solanke gets it out to Howe. Howe comes forward. Howe crosses it deep. But Strudley, the goalkeeper, comes out and collects. Ball to Vice. Can I get rid of the pictures at the bottom? We've tried to do that. I forgot that it was on. Melvin Lambert crosses it deep. Cooper gets his 2nd of the game, 9th of the season. And I keep looking at the clock, realising we're inside the first 5 minutes and we're 2 up. Melvin Lambert doing all the hard work here. Puts it on Cooper's head. A free kick for Basingstoke. Ball clipped in and wide of the post. It looked like it was odds on it was going in then. And they will kick themselves for missing. Chances that otherwise a lovely through ball. And he left Howe for dead. Howe trying to get back at him. Harris on that far side. Making a start today, of course, to Knight. Harris to Knight. Knight finds Howe in acres of space, but Howe whistles that over the top. Hamlin with a through ball, which was defended well. Spurway is there. Spurway has Knight. Slanky, who's picked up a yellow card, I notice. Knight. Knight finds Cooper. Cooper over the top. Melvin Lambert, I think he was offside. Yep, the linesman has come back, and it won't count. Throw in for Baisingstoke. Still inside the first half hour, and it's been quite an interesting tie so far. And Baisingstoke haven't been totally out of it. But Slade there. Perfect tackle. And we come forward. Hamlin to Melvin Lambert. Melvin Lambert, who's gone deep. Through to Vice. Vice taps that on for Knight. Cooper on a hat-trick, of course. Howe now in acres of space again. Howe, he puts it away this time. His first goal of the season. And on a half-hour mark, we are 3-0 up. And as it currently stands, looking for the fourth qualifying round. Next, of course, is the first round proper. He did have Vice in attendance as well. Thrown on that far side. Cross deep and... Oof. Corner, Clark. And this is a bit of an odd one. One from the training ground. Didn't quite come off. Melvin Lambert was wise to it. That nice ball forward to Knight. Knight crosses it deep for Vice. Vice. Oh, defender just got a boot in. It's gone for a corner. Vice on that far side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Swung in, but it's headed clear. Back out to Vice. Vice chips it this time, looking for Howe, but Wilson deals with it. We'll see what went on up the other end. Their missed chance. Oh, goal kick. A long one again. Headed down to Cooper. Vice. Vice runs in. Vice through to Solanke. Solanke beats the goalkeeper. His first of the season as well. And with 41 minutes on the clock, it is 4-0. Corner. Harris with the corner. Swung in. It's cleared. Vice. Back to Harris. Harris. Oh, Melvin Lambert. I think he was offside, actually. It's not going to count. It was Harris that was offside. The ball came in. It was headed clear. And at this point, Harris is still offside. And Melvin Lambert thought he got a goal. Free kick for Baisingstoke. Crossed in. It's deep. Oh, it's bobbling around there. And they've got one back. James Clark with his first of the season. And it's 4-1 on 46 minutes. Didn't deal with this. Kelly almost palmed that to Clark. And half-time has arrived. And Melvin Lambert having been unsuccessful, well, the first one was his fault. Second one, not really his fault, but he's had two disallowed, which is a bit of a shame. 4-1, the lead at half-time. They've not been totally out of it. They've been a bit of a deceptive side, to be fair. I mean, they've got 52% of the possession, and they got slightly better XG than us. We're going to have to be careful. We've had 8 shots, 6 on target, 1.33, 48% of the possession. All I can say is we've just been a bit more clinical today. Free kick for Baisingstoke. And that's headed clear, and a penalty's been given. Howe, I think, against Wilson. And it's a while since we've seen a penalty saved. And that today isn't going to be it. They've got a second back. Bradley Wilson, his third goal of the season. And that puts us on the back foot. 56 minutes on the clock. A free kick inside their half. Just a minute or so after the goal. Harris finds Solanke. Solanke comes in field a little bit. Vice to Cooper. Cooper through to Melvin Lambert. Melvin Lambert now. Can he put this away? He can. And I think he has got his goal. Finally got his goal. Fourth of the season for Melvin Lambert after scoring a hat-trick a little while back. I think it was in the last round, to be fair. 5-2 with 58 on the clock. Or 59 on the clock, actually. Melvin Lambert. Nice put away. Throwing on deep in our half. That deep cross. It's going to be headed back across and they've got one back. Pretty much James Clark, he's second of the game, making it 5-3. Defensively, we have been poor. Vice with a free kick. It's deep, looking for Melvin Lambert. He's headed out. Cooper! Oh! Hit the woodwork, come off the goalkeeper. It's gone out for a corner. And Cooper unlucky not to get his hat-trick there. Vice with an in-swinger. Vice crosses it in. It's headed clear. And they try to get rid of it. Solanke tidies up. And with 66 minutes on the clock, making two changes at this juncture in time, Harvey Slade has come off in midfield. He's really not playing well. Petit has come on in his place. And then Leo Hamlin, he's had a poor game today, really. We've taken him off and replaced him with Rowan. They have a corner now. Clark with the corner. It's swung in. Oh, and it snuck in the near post. And Armsworth has got a goal. He's made it 5-4. And what are we doing? 4-0 up. And we've capitulated. They've been all over us. Free kick. It's swung in. Vice heads it clear. Petit is there. He was the lone striker. And he's got Harris in support. Back to Petit. Allows the players to come forward. Petit not getting that ball through, though. And bit off-putting. Vice wins the ball in midfield. Solanke. Spurway. Knight. We could do with another goal just to have a two-goal cushion again. Howe. Knight. Knight comes forward. He's looking for a way through. He's got Howe there. Solanke. Vice. Petit through to Cooper. Cooper, who, and it was a save by the goalkeeper. It's gone for a corner. Cooper unlucky not to get his hat-trick once again. Vice, not been scoring many from corners of late. And today's no different. Vice, Rowan, Solanke, and hits Rowan. Oh dear. And the ball breaks just right for Baisingstoke, and they've not been out of it. But Petit there to tidy up. Solanke, Vice, Petit looking for Cooper. Cooper just created enough space. In fact, I think it was the defender got a foot to it. And with 88 minutes on the clock, making one final change. And we have brought on John Ryan in the left wing-back position. And taken off Archie Harris, who is getting very, very tired, just to give us a little bit of surety at the back there. Goal kick by Kelly. And it's gone over top. Melvin Lambert is in. What can Melvin Lambert do? Oh, I thought he's going to pass that to Cooper then for a minute. He's got support from Harris. Solanke. Howe has a shot. Oh, rippled the net. It's just wide. Howe with a throw-in on that far side. Cooper. 6 minutes of injury time. We're in the 4th minute of those 6. Rowan, who's come on. Ryan, who's also come on. Petit. Back to Ryan. Ryan comes forward. What can he do? Can he get this ball into the area? Cross it in. Melvin Lambert is there. Back to Ryan. Ryan cross it in. Oh, it's not gone. Cooper might get another chance. How, though? It's cut out. Solanke. Petit. Ryan. Ryan again. What's he going to do this time? Cuts it back. Missed everybody. Knight to Howe. Solanke's there again. Vice. Played quite a strong place today, Solanke. Petit out to Ryan. Ryan in space. Cross it into again. He's lost the ball this time, though. Played quite well since he's been on. This chance, Vice. It's sort of a combination between the goalkeeper and post. It's all over. We've managed to scrape a win, and I mean scrape a win. That was looking a bit ominous on 69 minutes when they got it back to 5-4. And we were struggling, having been so far out, 4-1 at half-time. They must have had a right old talking to at half-time. We did come out on top, though. We did pick ourselves up. 19 shots, 10 on target, 2.97 against their 2.67, and 13 shots and 6 on target. And we ended up with 55% of the possession. So we did start to get better against them, but we really did struggle. And Michael Kelly not having a good day in goal today, but a player of the match for Cameron Cooper. 2 goals, 2 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances created, and 2 assists. I mean, he's had a fantastic day, and just want him to continue it in the Vanarama National League South. I think there's a draw for the 3rd qualifying round coming up. 4th qualifying round coming up very shortly. And so it is. The draw for the Emirates FA Cup 4th qualifying round is to be made. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. It's coming up here. So we were going to have a break and come back for Weston-super-Mare and Dartford, but it looks like we're going to be coming back a little bit earlier than that. So it might be Dartford and Truro City in the pending episode there. Might miss Weston-super-Mare out because we've got Slough Town. So Dulwich Hamlet will play offline and come back for that, and Southend maybe. I don't know. We'll have a look and see how that all falls out. And continuing our FA Cup run. Let's go and have a look at the draw then for the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup. So after a topsy-turvy tie against Baisingstoke Town, which we should have been won easily, and seem to be hitting a little bit of a rough form at the moment. Let's have a look at the draw then for this. We have 64 teams in here, 73 altogether, with the replays and what have you going on. So let's get underway. Blythe Spartans will play Stafford Rangers or Spennymoor. Tunbridge Angels will play Weymouth. There we go. 2nd match out. So we will be playing Tunbridge Angels of the National League. Went up last season, of course. So we will play those. We'll draw now to the end. Bath City or Enfield Town playing Torquay in that final match. I will quickly scroll down in case you've got a team that you want to look out for. So there we go. Of course, the Football League sides come in to the draw at the first round proper. So they'll become the big boys coming in next time out. And, Tunbridge Angels, confirmation of that Tunbridge Angels, and the Weymouth Southend match has been rearranged. So let's have a look at how that falls now in the schedule. Not updated itself as yet, so it's going to go in there. So we might still get Weston-super-Mare. Let's progress. We'll come back to that in due course. We'll do the press conference, and we'll come back just ahead of our game against Slough Town. Well, a couple of bits of news for you ahead of our game against Slough. Kieran Evans has finished 3rd in the Player of the Month award here in the Vanarama National League South. Tyrell Whitaker leads the award, is the word I was looking for. 4 appearances, 5 goals, no assists, 7.68 rating. Cargabo for Southend, he scored 5 goals, no assists. And then Kieran Evans, of course, 7.53 rating, 4 goals and 1 assist. So he's finished third. And I've picked up Manager of the Month in the Vanarama National League South, ahead of Jerry Gill from Bath City and Mark Beard from Eastbourne Borough. 4 matches, 75% win ratio and 250 points, the same as the other 2. But I just got the nod in front of them. Finished second last month, so a step up, which is good news. Roger Johnson from Dartford not winning it this month. In fact, not even featuring in the top 3, as it turns out. So that is how it's news items that have happened. The schedule has updated itself. Southend moved from the Saturday. We're going to play them on the Tuesday, so it'll be Tunbridge Angels and Southend in the next episode. Dulwich Hamlet we will play offline. Slough Town currently 24th. They have a fully fit team ready to play us. And this is how the table looks going into this one. We're still top, those 4 points clear of Dartford and Bath City. I don't think a lot changed. Everybody has played now, and I think we did look at it once all the games have been played. So without any more to do, let's have a look at the team that faces Slough Town. And the team that faces Slough Town in this Vanarama match day 12. And it's Nick Zack, his back in goal. Kelly not covering himself in glory last time out. So Nick Zack gets another opportunity in goal. Let's see if he can. He's only made 1 appearance so far this season. Kelly having had the bulk of it. Ryan, Gamblin, Rowan and Prescott make up our defensive line. Petit, Bolton and Williams in midfield. Kieran Evans comes back in behind Cooper and Melvin Lambert, who continues up front. His recent good form. Spurway, Harris, Knight, Vice and Goodship make up the bench. And here we are once again at the Bob Lucas Stadium. We've won 4 of our last 5. I'm going to need to take a while to get that draw out of the way. Slough Town, as you see, they drew their last match, but they've lost the 4 prior to that, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We're top of the table on 28 points. Slough at the bottom with just 1 point. Let's hope they don't triple it today. And an injury early on. Who's that down there? I think it's Prescott. Yeah, because Ryan's in attendance. Prescott is down. He's getting up. And Ryan with the free kick then. 3 minutes on the clock. Can we score from this set piece? It's crossed in. Oh, and Williams, Toure Williams gets his first goal. Scenes offside. Ryan with a throw in to Williams. It's been a very quiet affair up till now. Bolton finds Evans. Evans, Prescott, Lambert. Melvin Lambert. It's off the line. And they come away with it, which is a bit of a worry. That ball launched long. They have a corner. Swung in. It's gone over the top. And half-time arrives. Yeah, top and bottom of the table, and not really done a lot since that 4th minute disqualified goal, which I have reason to doubt whether it was actually should have been disallowed, to be fair. But 13 shots, 4 on target, that's not good really. Need to be a far higher than that. 1.23 on the XG, 59% of the possession. They've had 2 shots, none on target. 0.13 on the XG. 41% of the possession. We need to be a little bit better and more clinical in the second half. Ryan with a throw in, 51 minutes on the clock, looking for a reaction after half time. Bolton to Williams. Williams trying to create some space as a go on his own, but he's over the top. A free kick now. Evans over the ball. He's got Bolton there. Bolton! He's got it in through the near post. And that was a well-worked goal in the end. And we take the lead after 55, 56 minutes. It was a lovely ball. And Bolton just drilled it. Not far off the post. But Nick Zack with a goal kick. 57 on the clock now. Prescott comes forward. Not really seen a great deal of him on that wing today, but they got that through to Williams. Williams tried to thread that through to Melvin Lambert. Didn't get there, but Petit tidies up. Cooper and Petit. T's been tackled, and they come forward, but Hamlin heads that down to Ryan. Bolton in midfield. Bolton through to Williams. Williams to Evans. And Kieran Evans, his 5th goal of the season. Offside. Won't count. And it wasn't Evans that was offside. It was Cooper that was offside. And with 61 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, Melvin Lambert has come off. A good ship has come on. And we've also taken off Toure Williams and brought on Joe Knight. Ryan with a throw-in on that far side. Cooper there. Cooper to Hamlin. Bolton. Playing as that ball-winning midfielder today. Out wide to Prescott, who's in acres of space. Cross it in! And it's Kieran Evans, his 6th goal of the season, 2nd of the game. And it's 2-0 after 63 minutes. And it's not been the foregone conclusion that we had expected. But we have got that semblance of lead. And Slough haven't looked as bad as they probably would have thought. Reynolds for Slough on that far side. Long one over the top, but Nick Zack is going to pick that up. Falls on it very well. Ryan comes forward down this wing. He's got Petit inside him. Petit, Evans, Knight, Bolton. Evans moving forward now through that middle. Prescott again. Prescott into the area. Oh, and good ships come on. His 4th goal of the season. And now it's looking a little bit easier. 3-0 after 65. And a couple of goals in quick succession has made one heck of a difference. Hanging on at 1-0. But Prescott and good ship first time into the back of the net. Rowan with a free kick. Prescott has Knight inside him. Back to Rowan. Rowan to Bolton. Back to Rowan. Rowan over the top, but too far forward. And Ovendale will launch one. Headed back. Petit picks it up in midfield. Fired forward looking for Cooper, but it's just again too far forward. But good ship is going to get there. They've made a bit of a mess of that. Took it away from the goalkeeper. Oh, good save. Oh, I'm not sure who that was from, but it was a good save. We'll see now. Headed it away from goal, really. Good ship. It was Evans looking for his hat-trick. A good save by Ovendale. Corner now. Ryan with the corner. Very deep. Good ship, but couldn't get it down. Evans with a free kick. Ooh. And with 80 minutes on the clock, making our final change, Charlie Rowan has come off from his defensive position, and Spurway comes on in his place in defence. No other highlights, and we'll have a look and see how bad that injury to Kieran Evans is. Hopefully it's not too bad. 23 shots, 8 on target, 3.06 on the XG, 59% of the possession. They had 6 shots, nothing on target, 0.30 and 41% of the possession. We've won. What's everybody else done, and how has it all ended up in the table at the end of this match? Alfie Prescott picking up a player of the match for a 9. Had an absolutely splendid game. Ow. That's bad news. Kieran Evans is out for 7 to 8 weeks. Oh, man. Vice could be back into the reckoning then for the time being. And Kieran Evans, we will miss him. Will we miss him? He saw 6 goals, 3 assists from 9 appearances. Really, at one point, he was a goal a game for sure. He's got a broken toe, and we will miss him. Definitely, and that's really, really upsetting. I'm not quite sure what we can do. We've still got a little bit of room and manoeuvre. We might have to bring or look. We'll see how Vice does, but we may well have to bring somebody in as backup, even if it's a short-term loan or something like that. Well, that's not a good end to the episode, is it? Dulwich Hamlet then offline. Dulwich Hamlet currently in 20th place. Hopefully we can get a result against them. And then we'll come back for Tunbridge Wells and Southend. We should have checked the table, shouldn't we, before we did anything else. A mixture of games still to be played, so really doesn't tell us a lot. As it stands at the moment, we are 7 points clear of Bath City. If Bath City win their game, we will still only be 4 points clear of them. But 4 points is 4 points, as it turns out. Dartford seem to be dropping off the edge of a cliff at the moment. Their last 5, they've only won 1 in their last 5, drawn 2, lost 2 now. And they've lost their last game as well. It's not really good news, is it? In fact, we normally do this, don't we? I'm not quite sure why we've played games more than them. But anyway, beside the point, yeah, Dartford, there we go, lost 2-1 to Hemel Hempstead, who are coming up the table quite ferociously behind them and catching them up quick. They've seemed to hit a bit of a brick wall as it stands at the moment. We'll meet them in the next episode. So that's how it stands at the end of this episode. We'll see how it stands as we come back for the next episode, and well, obviously things will catch themselves up, hopefully, as say Tunbridge Wells and Southend in the next episode. Then we'll come back for Dartford and Truro City, depending on where the first round of the FA Cup and all that stuff is. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course that will keep you up to date with all future episodes of From the Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire, as they are released, because it will notify you. New episodes of From the Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 13. It's out on Friday. As I said, Tunbridge Angels in the 4th qualifying round. Can we get through to the first round proper and maybe make some money out of an FA Cup tie against somebody from the Football League? We'll wait and find out. And then Vanarama National League South match day 14 against Southend. Join me for that. Till then, bye-bye.